On the Newshour tonight, Subramanian Swamy of the BJP, Sanjay Jha of the Congress, Mayank Gandhi of the Aam Aadmi Party, Mohandas Pai, formerly with Infosys, and Naresh Gujral will be joining us. He is in fact with us. Thank you very much. And Bejon Misra, I think, will be joining us in Hyderabad in some time. He's also with us. Consumer Voice, should we begin? Mr. Subramanian Swamy, it must be terrible that, you watch the Aam Aadmi Party now take the lead and everyone else follow. This has been happening everywhere. In fact, even in, this whole decision in Delhi, for example, it seems is setting the pace for the Congress party. Are you worried about the Aam Aadmi Party's copycat economics becoming the formula for everyone?
Well, I'm worried about you becoming a PR agent for the Aam Party.
Can you be serious,
Mrs.
Because
come on now.
Come on, Mr.
You have already made a series of pejorative statements. It sounds like a PR agent.
No, it's not pejorative. Isn't it a factual fact?
Let me say.
Isn't it a fact?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. What do you mean? What is a fact?
Yes.
Then neither the Gujarat government nor the Madhya Pradesh government or the Chhattisgarh government has done any such thing as copying the ridiculous policies of the Aam Party. And you say take Vasundhara reducing her security level. She has only reduced what the previous chief minister had. She reduced it to the level she had it before.
Well, I don't know.
So reducing prices, reducing this is not a.
I have a comment.
Not an invention of the Aam Party.
No, but
I think you are born here today or something like that. You haven't seen that the Janata government in 1977 reduced the prices of rice, sugar, and all these other things. They didn't do this fraud that Aam Party is doing today.
I think, why do you call it fraud? First of all, Mr. Subramanian Swamy, in this new year... It is a fraud.
Look at what they have done on the water.
In this new year...
Look at what they have done on the water.
In this new year, I have taken a decision.
They have water. What about Dwarka?
It's all right, Mr.
Dwarka colony. It is one colony which doesn't have any water.
Dr. Subramanian Swamy, I have
cut them out of it.
I have decided...
probably Kejriwal thinks that Dwarka
what I'll do is... That
may be the problem.
What I will do, Dr. Swamy, in response to, your onslaught on the 1st of January, is I will sieve away from all that you have said. I will sieve away every part of what is a personal reference to me. But I will go by the substantial part of the argument, which I hope you had begun with. If you would have begun with that, I would have appreciated. You see, interestingly, the BJP, which released its manifesto after the Congress party and the Aam Aadmi Party, had promised at that point of time, if I am not mistaken, a 30% cut in power tariffs. And therefore, Dr. Subramanian Swamy, this proves that copycat economics with the BJP, as far as at least Delhi is concerned, has been on for a long time. And it also proves that you have no business calling the Aam Aadmi Party power proposal populist or rubbish today. In fact, you should be saying that they have done a great job of what we would have wanted to do ourselves.
We are not calling it, we are saying the way it's being done is bogus. That is what we said. Now, after all, you say that those who have meters, they will get water at 700 liters fee. Those are the people who can afford to pay for water. Those who don't have meters, they are the ones who need the water. So the same way with electricity. They have given a subsidy to of 140 crores to the Ambanis and 60 crores to Tatas. That is not what is the meaning of cutting off this thing. It's the Tatas and the Ambanis who should pay for it.
Anyway, I'll get the Aam Aadmi Party to respond. I remember that there was a person called Harshvardhan who before the elections promised to do exactly what you are now getting very angry with the Aam Aadmi Party for doing. But I won't get into that. I won't get into that.
I'm getting angry at your PR work here. You are not moderating. You are doing PR work for the Aam Party.
Well, Dr. Swamy, I have said today to you that I will sieve away every part of your personal remarks because I will not get into that. I will only respond substantially on points. So anyway, today I'm not going to be popular with any political party. Let's get the Aam Aadmi Party to respond to you, and then
you will be very popular with the Aam Party.
That's all right. I don't want popularity ratings from any political party. And the Aam Aadmi Party had boycotted us on the day of the elections. Virtually boycotted us almost because we asked them some questions. So I'm used to that. Anyway, let's get the Aam Aadmi Party's response. Only for tonight, Mayank Gandhi, you're not sincere, and we're not doing copycat economics. We never will, says Dr. Subramanian Swamy. Before I go to the others, Mayank.
I think Dr. Swamy is talking a lot of rubbish. Having said that, I must say that we are pretty happy that we are changing the debate and the tenor of discussions that's happening in this country. The way governance should be run, we are teaching them how to do it. And if they are following, instead of the Rahul Gandhi and Modi politics, they are doing people politics. And if we are teaching them the people politics and they are following it, we are quite happy. If the people get a relief out of that, there should be nothing for us to be... we don't want credit. Let them take all the credit they want. But this is...
But I thought you were into governance. No, one second.
Not around...
I was surprised today. I was surprised today when at Arvind Kejriwal's comment. You see, Arvind Kejriwal, if he's serious about what he is doing and wants to serve the people, should say, we will teach parties how to do governance. But you heard what he said? When he was asked about the Congress party following with her similar promise in Mumbai, Sanjay Nirupam's comment, you know what he said? Did you hear what he said, Mayank? He said...
Yeah, what did he say?
He said, हमने तो पहले ही बोला था कि हम लोगों को राजनीति करना सिखाएंगे. He said, in other words, we'll teach political parties how to do politics. I thought he should have said, we will teach people how to govern. But is he here to teach people how to do politics?
No, I think
if he says something like that, you're substantiating Subramanian Swamy's point that these are bogus claims, that you're fudging around with the figures. You want to sort of fool people with the hyperbole around your comments. You're not sincere about it. Should he have made that comment? Just I was wondering. Should he have made that comment? That we'll teach people how to do politics.
What is Rajniti? What is the meaning of Rajniti?
No, the translation of Rajniti is politics.
Niti, policy.
No. Translation of Rajniti.
Okay, so what if it is politics? If it is people's politics, if this is people's politics to listen to the aspiration of the people and be able to meet it, I don't think there is anything wrong that you are doing.
Well, I think
you are doing people's politics and you are...
No, now you're changing that was not the sense of what I got when I heard Arvind Kejriwal. Anyway, let's go to the Congress party, shall we?
That is your interpretation.
Fine, I told you tonight I am not going to try and seek any sense of endorsement from a single political party. I now invite Naresh Gujral, who is also very upset with the Aam Aadmi party. Naresh Gujral, are you?
No, not at all.
But Mr. Gujral...
I welcome what they're doing.
Mr. Gujral...
I welcome what they're doing. They've been doing it for years in Punjab.
So
they are emulating our example.
How are they emulating your example? Go ahead. Explain to them.
I will explain to you. We feel that it is the primary duty of every elected government in a democracy to look after the poor and the downtrodden. And the Akali Dal BJP government has been doing it since 1997. In 1997, when we came to power, we gave free electricity for farming to the farmer.
So Mr.
We gave pensions to the very poor.
You're wrong.
When we came back to power,
you're wrong.
1 second.
You're so wrong. You're so wrong.
When we came back to...
You're so wrong, Mr.
7 years ago, when we came back
Factual
to power...
inaccuracy, Mr.
We
Gujral.
announced a scheme of Atta Dal scheme of giving Atta at 4 rupees a kilo and Dal at 20 rupees a kilo, and we are giving it to 16 lakh families in Punjab today.
No, if you're competing...
helping the poor?
If you're competing with populism, it's all right. You compete with populism, right?
What you call populism, I think, is state's primary duty.
Yeah, but don't fudge your figures on Newshour. Don't fudge your figures on
I'm not fudging any figure.
You are fudging figures.
I accuse you of fudging figures. Every figure that I'm saying is the correct figure.
Just as I accused Dr. Subramanian Swamy there of following the Aam Aadmi party model, I accuse you of fudging figures.
This is in the public domain.
Well, what is in the public domain? What is in the public domain?
Yes.
Is that what is in the public domain, Mr. And I'd like to see if covering fire can be given by Dr. Subramanian Swamy for his political ally on this subject, because I think even Subramanian Swamy will accept that the Shiromani Akali Dal's claim is complete rubbish, because the Punjab State Electricity Regulatory Commission has been announcing average power tariff hike average of 9% for the last 2013-2014 financial year. And do you want to know what in your just concluded fiscal 2012-13 what your average hike was? Do you want me to say it, or will you confess tonight? I give you one chance. You confess it tonight on the news.
As usual.
No, you confess it tonight on the news.
Let me say a word.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to tell people what the average hike in Punjab was?
Akali Dal has to be measured by the performance in agriculture. They've been having growth rates of 10%, which the government of India has not been able to achieve. That's where the proof of the pudding is.
So, What is the Delhi government's economic situation very bad?
So how can you say that this is all bogus figures?
I thought
you can't rely on me.
Why are you?
I'm telling you, the Akali Dal has done wonderful work in agriculture in Punjab.
What is the figure of the increase in the tariff, Dr. Swamy? Dr. Swamy, Dr. Swamy, no, Dr. Swamy, don't try and digress. You see, what is the average hike in the just concluded fiscal for electricity rates in Punjab? Tell me. Tell me, come on.
It doesn't matter what they do, whether they hike it or not. It's a question of the output results. That's what you got to see.
Of course not, Dr. Swamy. Come on, you're an economist.
You will not find any support in any economics textbook.
You're an economist. You should be. I don't understand. By the way, it is 12%, Dr. Swamy. I'd like to tell you that. It's 12%.
So what?
So what? So by your logic, so by your logic,
has it affected the output?
By your logic is if you have a healthy economy, then you can keep increasing the rates, regardless of whether you want to do so.
Absolutely.
Okay. So then I before 1 minute. So then
the prices go up. 1 second.
No, I think Dr. Swamy has tied himself up in knots on that one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Arnab,
Dr. Swamy.
Arnab, may I point out?
No.
That electricity rates go up when the price of fuel goes up.
Sir.
When the price of coal goes up.
Sir.
And if the price of coal is going up today.
Sir, you are now beginning to really, both you and Dr. Swamy are really beginning to tie yourself up in knots. Because the fact is the healthiest economy of all is Delhi. The healthiest economy of all is Delhi. And going by Dr. Swamy's logic, Harshvardhan is talking rubbish when he says we will bring power tariffs down by 30% in Delhi. Harshvardhan should never have made that comment. Should never have made that comment. Yes. Anyway, I don't think...
You're putting words in my mouth. I never said any such thing.
Well, you just said healthy...
If we reduce the tariffs, we will charge the Ambanis and Tatas, not pay them subsidy.
Now one question to the Congress party before I go to the break. I think all parties have tied themselves up in knots. The question for the Congress party will be, and I'll take a break. I have to take a break. I'll come out. Sanjay Jha, welcome and Happy New Year. Mohandas Pai and Bejon Misra, this debate is continuing. I'm just taking a 3-minute break. Sanjay Jha must be feeling terrible tonight, that after having said we want to witness the miracle, Congress party's famous last words before the verdict were we want to witness the miracle of economics Kejriwal style. Tonight, not only are you witnessing the miracle, but you are copying the miracle. Copycat economics was not expected from the Congress party. Sanjay Jha, you'll tell us why you had to resort to copycat economics. But right after a short break here on the Newshour tonight. Before I move on, just to correct, bring some facts to Dr. Subramanian Swamy's attention. With a headroom of 3,050 crores, I don't know any state whose finances look as healthy, Dr. Swamy. And also, I think you are aware, at least you should be aware, that the robust economy of Delhi has a fiscal deficit of some 0.7%. I don't know any, other state which has such a robust economy. So, therefore, what you are saying should be able, going by your logic, these figures should actually encourage the Aam Aadmi party to cut more rather than cut less. So, you've got your argument slightly wrong there, Dr. Swamy. You got it slightly wrong there, but it's okay.
No.
It's all right. I just wanted to bring these facts to your attention because, we have to argue factually eventually.
Yeah, I know those facts.
Yeah. So
I know why those facts. The problem is facts get in your way. That's a problem.
That's all right. I just wanted to tell you there that they have a headroom of 3,050 crores from FY14, which means it will be no. What do you mean? So what? It means it will be no problem for Kejriwal to implement these promises. That's all. That's all, Dr. Swamy.
Let him build infrastructure with it.
That's all.
Let him build infrastructure.
That's your choice.
Let him put pipes for the poor people.
Anyway, I have just defeated your argument. I'm moving on.
Let him give free meters to the poor and the beast.
I have just managed to defeat your argument. I will move on with it, but let's focus on the Congress.
You have?
Well, that's you'll never accept it. Even if I do 1,000 times, you won't accept it. But anyway, Sanjay Jha, what happened to Sanjay Nirupam? Does Sanjay Nirupam want to join the Aam Aadmi party or is he inspired by Arvind Kejriwal? What happened to him? Or is he threatened that Mayank Gandhi will contest against him, as the rumor goes in his constituency? And before Mayank Gandhi goes and makes a promise, let me go and jump in and become the Arvind Kejriwal of Mumbai. Why does Sanjay Nirupam want to be the Arvind Kejriwal of Mumbai? Must be very embarrassing for you.
Arnab, I'm going to borrow what you told the BJP. And I'm going to borrow what you told the BJP's Meenakshi Lekhi the other day. Never, ever, 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 never say that the Congress party is doing a copycat of the AAP party. Let's understand the facts on the table. Let's put them on the table. Okay? Arnab, let me put the records on the table here. In lighter vein, wishing you a happy new year. But let me put the records on the table. We have been there in the central government till 1977, after 1980 to 1989. After that, from 91 to 96, and after
are you giving the history of modern India?
And
I want to come to the subject,
we are going to be imitating 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't want a lecture on the political history of modern India.
Subsidies, we are going to be aping the AAP party. For God, no, listen. I think that's an absolutely absurd,
forget it.
Ludicrous and a ridiculous.
You see, but it has happened. You see, I know it's an absurdity.
I don't want to waste my time on that.
I know it's an absurdity, but the absurdity has happened.
Take an
the
example
absurdity
of
has happened.
Janata Party.
Your member of parliament has rebelled against your chief minister.
They are the ones
for the second time in Maharashtra. First, your member of parliament from one side of Mumbai rebels against your chief minister on Adarsh. Then a member of parliament from another side of Mumbai, Sanjay Nirupam, rebels against the chief minister on this issue. You have no internal discipline within your party, and Arvind Kejriwal's role model, is obviously quite apparent. Did or did not Sanjay Nirupam say today did he or not say today that you need to reduce the electricity bills immediately? Did he or did he not say today? Did Sanjay Nirupam do a complete somersault on his own views on economics? Did he or did he not?
Well, firstly, I'll be extremely sympathetic towards my friend Sanjay Nirupam. I haven't spoken to him.
No, you don't. He doesn't need your sympathy. Or you can just be factual with me.
I can't comment on.
Yeah.
But the point I'm going to make... No, 1 minute. Let's argue on the economic part of it. Number one, there is a hidden message in what Sanjay Nirupam, he's an elected member of parliament from Mumbai. He has a right to air his views on whatever he feels in terms of the tariff on power for the people from Mumbai. End of day, the point he made was very, very extraordinary if you look at the sarcasm on it. He was saying that in Delhi, you have a regulatory commission for electricity, but you have a chief minister who makes a promise of cutting down the price of electricity by 50% without even taking into account what the regulatory body feels.
What are you saying?
In effect, the subsidy will finally anyway come from the state.
No,
1 minute.
Why trying to complicate the argument?
Mr. Nirupam is
why are you trying to complicate the argument?
There is any scope.
Why are you trying to complicate the argument? This is the Newshour. Let's be very direct with each other.
He first says... If there is a scope in Bangalore... 1 minute, Arnab.
Now,
if there is scope for bringing down the price of anything which is going to the public... 1 minute, any commodity, any public service, if through efficiency of a particular private sector or a public sector unit you can reduce the price, why not? It doesn't mean that you're following any party at all. It just talks about passing on the benefit of anything that you can to the consumer. But as you rightly know, that if there is a scope for that, that can only be established once the electricity distribution companies furnish the relevant financial data. That's it. I don't think he said anything other than a normal expectation of any politician.
I will tell you now today, as far as the Congress party is concerned, there is a pre and post always. There's a pre-AAP Congress and there is a post-AAP Congress. There's a pre-rout Congress and there is a post-rout Congress. And there is a pre-rout Sanjay Nirupam and there is a post-rout Sanjay Nirupam. The pre-rout Sanjay Nirupam says that this freebie business, including on electricity bills 50% cheaper, is difficult and impossible for any government to explain. I have the on-record quote. The post-rout Sanjay Nirupam says that there are big cartels going on electricity. 4 times the cost has increased. If it can be done in Delhi, we need to do the same thing in Mumbai, right? So there's a pre and post. I'm not getting into the argument. I would also like to tell you that the Congress government in Haryana has announced a 200 rupee rebate on electricity bills. That is not pre-rout, it is post-rout. Pre-rout Congress does not. Post-rout Congress cuts by 200 rupees. right, and has said that
Arnab,
post. No, 1 minute,
Arnab,
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Now let me complete. If you are inspired, if you are inspired by Arvind Kejriwal, I want you to accept it. What you are doing right now is that you are saying this patent is not with Kejriwal. Mohandas Pai, the Congress party is saying, this is not Kejriwal's patent.
Political adversary.
The Congress party is saying
support in Delhi doesn't mean anything at all.
The Congress party is saying,
I think if anybody is copying the Congress, it is the AAP party.
Congress. Okay. All right. Mayank Gandhi.
Of providing
Mayank Gandhi and then Mohandas Pai. This is brilliant. Two things. This is not Arvind Kejriwal's patent. In fact, the Congress party on Newshour, it's 10:06 p.m. It's a historic moment where the Congress party says the patent is ours. We have the patent on this kind of populism, and perhaps rightly so, because they put a two. After having. No, 1 second. Sanjay, let Mohandas Pai respond. Mohandas Pai
has meant two things: GDP growth as well as a very high budget.
No, I agree. I agree with you. No, I agree. No, Sanjay, in terms of freebies, the Congress party has a patent. I agree with you. After all, the country has just got a 2,20,971 lakh crore rupee subsidy bill on food, petroleum and fertilizers. So you have the patent on it. I'm not disagreeing with you, but.
Arnab,
Mohandas Pai.
Deficit of UPA versus NDA.
No.
We are lower than
that I will discuss with Subramanian Swamy in a moment.
If you want right now.
Mohandas Pai, Bejon Misra, opening up the debate. Come on, gentlemen.
Arnab, the Congress party has patented doles as a means of covering up for lack of governance. Now, Maharashtra is going to the polls in 2014. Governance has failed in Maharashtra. So, naturally, they're trying to buy the electorate by asking for doles and subsidies. Reduce this, and make up for the lack of governance. Now, Arvind Kejriwal has come to power to promising that he will set right governance. And he is trying to set right governance by saying, I'll cut down the power tariff by improving the governance of the distribution company, which is something that he has to promise. We don't know what is going to happen. But I think what we'll see all around the country is people trying to give more doles to make up for the lack of governance. So we come to the core issue of improving governance, in which all these parties have failed. If they improve governance, cost will automatically come down. The losses will come down. The wastage of power and the theft of power will come down, and they're just not able
It's
to do
Bejon Misra's turn. Will the consumer benefit from all this? Yes, Sanjay Jha, I'll come to you. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Before that, Bejon Misra.
Yeah, Arnab, first, very happy New Year to
Happy
you
New
and
Year.
all your viewers, and also, your new title which you got, a PR person. The new title, you just got a new title, PR.
You see, I'll tell you, that's all.
I want to tell you
1 second, Bejon, I'll tell you one thing. You see, every political party which feels threatened by a line of questioning says that you are PR for somebody else. So even Subramanian Swamy knows this. That's all. I'll tell you one thing. I will wear. Dr. Swamy. I will wear every insult from every political party as a badge of honor on my journalism. But if any political party were to start praising you, then I'd get worried. So I stand by that. Yeah, Bejon Misra, please continue.
And we are proud. We are proud of you. We are proud of you because. So let me bring the Delhi.
Are you embarrassed now?
No, let him. 1 second. He's not a politician. He's not a politician.
No,
that's all right. Let's continue. So Subramanian Swamy, I know you want to begin the 1st of January by discussing me. Let's discuss the Aam Aadmi party. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let me bring the perspective first. Delhi government, after they brought in reforms in the electricity sector in 2002, you see, Delhi government was one of the first which started implementing reforms based on a law which came into existence in 2003, known as the Electricity Act 2003. All the state governments were supposed to bring in reforms, which the Delhi government did. And because they did, 8,000 crores every year Delhi government saved, and that is why what you see as a very low deficit of the Delhi government's budget is because of these moves. Now what we need to understand is the AAP party came into power because they promised to all the consumers in Delhi
that they will bring down the tariff by 50%.
Yeah.
So we are waiting to understand how all the consumers in Delhi would get power tariff which will be less than 50% before they came into power. That's number one. Number two, you see in Delhi, 60% of the energy was getting stolen before the private sector came in, before the reforms came in. 60% power was not built, was getting stolen. Today it has been brought down to less than 15%. In certain areas it is less than even 10%. So these benefits which the power companies have brought in, I will be extremely happy to understand how the CAG report, what the CAG report will talk about and how every consumer in Delhi.
So you are actually, yeah, that's great. That's right. No, so you are accusing, you are accusing the Aam Aadmi Party that if this economics of the Aam Aadmi Party,
I'm talking about good governance.
No, 1 second. Fine, you're talking. So this
I'm talking about good governance.
So this we need to challenge what the Aam Aadmi Party is doing. No, this has been debated.
Yeah, economics is based on principles.
I understand, but this
is not based on political maneuvers.
No, this is therefore, you see, that this is the charge, Mayank, against the Aam Aadmi Party, that you are so interested in doing drama in a 3-month period, right? You want to create a lot of, you want to have a lot of focus on yourself. You are using Delhi as a publicity for a publicity blitzkrieg without going into the details. I have only 2 questions to you, Mayank, and they are opening up to callers. In Delhi, my question to you is on power, okay? On power, the catch is that this 50% cut is only for households using up to 400 units. Am I clear? Am I clear so far?
Yeah, sure.
So please tell me, are you saying that if any household uses over 400 units, you are a rich household?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, we have promised 50% cut, right? Now, we had also promised it will happen after the audit, but because we were seeing that the people were waiting for it, the people who are using less, we have already given. Once the audit is over, we will.
No, you are not answering my question, Subramanian Swamy. I'll get in Subramanian Swamy for what he feels on this.
What is your question? I have answered your question.
No, you have not answered my question. My question was very simple. You are saying you promised in your manifesto a reduction of consumer electricity expenditure by 50%. Right? And you said this will be done by audit of DISCOMs.
Audit is done.
You said this will be done by audit of DISCOMs.
After the audit is done. This is an interim. Yeah, this is an interim relief.
What is your hurry? Are you going to be in power only for 3 months?
After the audit is done, we will give you 50%.
What is your hurry?
No, we are giving an interim
What is your hurry? What is your hurry? Are you doing governance with an eye on the general elections?
Lakhs of
What
lakhs of people are paying high power. If we can give them an interim relief, what is the problem?
Bejon Misra wants to counter that.
No, what is the problem if we give an interim relief to some people? The poorest of the poor, if we give them interim relief, what's the problem? How are we going back from our manifesto? Our manifesto says that after the audit we will cut
Mayank, one sec. Mayank, first of all, Mayank, don't get irritated if I ask specific questions. Go ahead.
Clearly said.
Yeah.
Your manifesto very clearly said that the consumers of electricity in Delhi would get their tariff 50% reduced. That was your manifesto.
Yes, they said that.
It was not saying that 400 units
there is more to it.
Consumers will only be given a professional treatment.
No, watch it.
Giving this professional
watch it. So we are going into specifics on this debate, Subramanian Swamy, on the specific of power, because he began the debate by saying that what you're doing is financial jugglery. I want Subramanian Swamy. Now we are getting into specifics. Subramanian Swamy on power. Your response to Mayank Gandhi, who says we are doing an interim solution.
Well, the catch is that if you consume more, more than 400 units, then you have to pay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, which household with a meter consumes less than 400? So this is the catch is already built in. This is just a fraud on the people of Delhi.
Not only that.
1 second. Accusation of fraud coming on the stage of Newshour. Should we open up to some calls? 1 second. The accusation of fraud on the Aam Aadmi Party.
I must tell you this.
The accusation is of fraud.
I must tell you this, Arnab.
Why are you copying this fraud? If this is a fraud, Sanjay Jha, why are you copying this fraud? If it is a fraud, why are you copying the fraud?
We are not. In fact, let me just explain this to you, Arnab. We have said that we are supporting this party from the outside because even if you had another election, it could have thrown up another hung verdict. In Delhi, as you have rightly recognized, we did an excellent job. Forget the election result. We take that as a verdict that we need to work on. But the truth is that if you have economically irrational decisions being taken for very populist reasons, I believe, for example, the AAP party should have studied the financial implications of the decision. To take such, gigantic measures which will impact the fiscal health of the state shows that the hurry is definitely politically motivated. But I think the critical question that the AAP party will have to explain, not just to the Congress but to the people of Delhi, will be that are these measures really targeted towards those whom it is meant to benefit? You see, a purpose of a subsidy, Arnab, is always that the target segment must be those who are deprived or marginal sections of society who can't afford a particular public service.
Well, I don't know.
Look at water. I can tell you that why should affluent people in Delhi pay
one sec,
nothing
Subramanian
for 700
Swamy.
liters
No,
of
why
water?
Subramanian Swamy then is Subramanian Swamy to Sanjay Jha. Yeah.
One more fraud. One more fraud, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
If many houses have only 1 meter, there'll be 5 households in it. It's say a multi-storied building. And the meter will measure 400. And anything that crosses it, all the 5 households put together, they'll all be charged fully. So this whole thing is another hoax, therefore.
Why don't you set up a proper measurement and distribution mechanism? Ensure you provide 700 liters of safe drinking water to every household before deciding to make these press conferences. You realize one thing, Mayank, just a word of caution. A press conference a day, right, will not keep the cameras at bay, but eventually you may get wound up in a series of your own promises. So you have to decide whether you want to do governance for the cameras, Mayank. No, this is just... Don't you think, Mohandas Pai, that this is actually going to be one of the challenges? I don't understand, for example, Mohandas Pai, tell me, I don't understand why does Arvind Kejriwal keep talking about a 3-month deadline on everything? He says, I meet the CAG, I told the CAG 3 months. The CAG says, I'll have to do 3 months. What is happening in 3 months besides the general elections, Mohandas Pai? This is January. The only thing happening in 3 months is the general elections, 3 or 4 months.
Only thing happening is general elections. So they're all trying to go for the general elections and try to get by till the general elections. Then after that, the pigeons will come home. But unless you improve the governance in the distribution company, you're not going to have anything. Arnab, let me give some data. The total revenue of the distribution company is 15,000 crores. 50% reduction is 7,500 crores. Where are you going to get a 7,500 crores reduction in Delhi? So I don't know who has studied all these and who is making these promises.
No, why have a 3-month deadline? Should we open up to some calls, ladies and gentlemen?
Because that is...
Should we get the Aam Aadmi on the phone?
Because it is there in our manifesto.
No, you see, your manifesto, please tell me, did you say in your manifesto that we have to do everything irrespective of what the manner in which you said we will do the cut in electricity expenditure after an audit of DISCOMs, A, B, rectifying the inflated bill, C, you also said we will get electricity bills checked by independent agencies. You have not done 1, you have not done 2, and you have not done 3. But somehow you are in this tearing hurry.
So
unless the Congress party has told you...
For the last 4 days...
Unless the Congress party has told you have 3 months to do all this.
If we give an interim benefit to the poor people of Delhi, what is the problem?
No, but you are not helping the poor people of Delhi.
We are going ahead with whatever we have committed.
Where are you helping the poor people of Delhi?
We are giving...
You are telling a building...
We are giving a 50% rebate to the poor people who use less power.
No, where?
So understand that
where are you giving?
In Joggi Joppadis
no, where are you giving the rebate? Where are you?
We have reduced.
Joggi Joppadis don't have meters.
What's that? Yes, Subramanian Swamy.
I think you should go to the
Joggi Joppadis don't have meters.
I have been campaigning in Joggi Joppadis. They all have meters. I don't think you know what you are talking about. You please go to the Joggi Joppadis.
Oh yes, they don't have meters.
And see that they all have meters. Stop screaming. Go and see it. Go and see
I am not screaming. I am making you hear. You Naxalites don't know in economics. You only know disorder.
Most of them don't have meters.
The first caller on I have a question.
This nonsense should
The
stop.
first caller from I have a question. Listen, Mayank Gandhi. Mayank Gandhi, by the way, there is a big rumor that you are going to take on Sanjay Nirupam. So, maybe we should have a Sanjay Nirupam versus Mayank Gandhi debate very soon. But our first caller is from Mumbai and it's Vinod. Vinod.
Yeah,
And Vinod's a businessman from Mumbai. Good evening, Vinod.
good evening, Arnab. It is actually seems very clear that the Aam Aadmi Party's populism has become a threat to other political parties, forcing them to do the copycat economics today.
Right.
My question is, considering different economies of different states respectively, will these decisions sustain on the basis of its rationality?
That's the challenge, Vinod. That's the real challenge. I want Mohandas Pai to take that.
That is it.
See, Arnab, it is not going to sustain all across. One state in North India had a loss of 13,000 crores in the electricity board. They had to raise the tariff. They had to go for a restructuring of the loans. Uttar Pradesh had another huge loan. Tamil Nadu had a problem. A 2 lakh crore restructuring was done all across, and all states have to raise tariff. Yes, Delhi is very well off. Delhi can afford to give subsidy, but other states can. But the point is, Arnab, if you look at Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, they are not given these subsidies for power. They have been re-elected to power. They have done good governance. So good governance is the key and not this. And Sanjay Nirupam and others in Bombay seem to think because they have not done good governance, they can give dose and come back to power. This is all about politics. This is all about trying to come back to power, not about good governance.
No, where the good governance? You're in Karnataka, and again, Subramanian Swamy will again get provoked and, throw a few compliments my way. But the fact is, the worst governance was in Karnataka where the BJP was in power. Even he will admit it. Hardcore BJP man, he will admit it. It was terrible governance. Terrible governance. He knows it. He will admit it after the show. He will never admit it on the channel. The thing is, what did the Karnataka BJP do? The Karnataka BJP says we want to come to power. So what will we do? We'll give 1.6 million free laptops. And what else will we do?
Yeah.
We'll do this 25 kilos of rice at 1 rupee a kilo. Right? And then we will build up a bill. And then the bill is about 6,000 crores. So governance had nothing to do with the populism of the BJP, as I have just proven. But in any case, I give I let Subramanian Swamy restrain the right to have another point of view when it comes to the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party. I'll go to our next caller. And our next caller is Ram from Chennai. Dr. Ram from Chennai, and he's a government official. Yes, Ram, good evening.
It's my good evening and very happy New Year to
Happy New Year.
Then this is my personal capacity. I'm asking this question to Aam Aadmi Party.
All right, go ahead.
I do agree that Mr. Goswami's first 1, 2, 3 points. And the question is, first of all, this is crazy economics in keeping in view of the 100 days government of Aam Aadmi Party, which they are assuming before elections. And the major issue is the taxpayers' money, one. And then my second point is, before vote of confidence in assembly, they are taking the decisions.
Why taking?
How they can take the decisions? Because first of all, let him take vote of confidence in assembly, floor of the assembly. Whether they are going to win, they are not going to win.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Ram, I think he heard that. We'll take a reply and then go to the break. Yeah, it's a good point. I think it's a good point. Yeah, go ahead, Mayank Gandhi.
Good point.
Good point.
Good point.
No, we have been given the mandate to go and take decision. We are taking it. If on the 3rd the Congress wants to make our government fall, it is most welcome to do so. We are in government and it's our business to take decision which we will take.
I thought you had an arrangement. But anyway, yeah.
Won't it become an illegal decision?
Yeah, won't it become an illegal? I think Ram from Chennai asked a very solid question there, I thought you had an arrangement.
Yes,
anyway, I won't go into. I thought there was an arrangement. But in any case, I'll go to a break. We have a lot of callers, and what we are saying tonight on the Newshour is this. I think the time has come. There are two parts, Mr. Mayank Gandhi, of what you're doing. One is the cameras, the attention, the theatrics, and the pre-election hyperbole. The other is a crude, rather insensitive dissection which is required of some of your decisions. After the break, when I come back, we will do a detailed dissection of what you promised the people of Delhi on power, because everyone wants to know whether this can be replicated everywhere in the country. on water, sorry. We talked about power, we talked about water. Before I continue the debate, I'd like to quote Narendra Modi to Mr. Naresh Gujral. Because Mr. Gujral very often, praises Mr. Narendra Modi and his form of governance. I'd like to say this to you because I think you gave me a long laundry list of things which you give free to people, all the sops you do. And you said we are actually the master of freebies, not the Aam Aadmi party. We've done more freebies than anyone else.
What you said. I said this is the duty of our government.
You say, yeah, regardless of your debt and regardless of whether you face any, critical economic situation, I'm sure it's your responsibility and it's your duty. But this is what Narendra Modi, your idol, said on the 20th of November. He said, and I quote, "People do not like to beg or get things for free. They want a life with dignity. They want to work," Mr. Gujral, he said, "and they want to earn a living." I'm just quoting Narendra Modi to you. I will not even quote what Arun Jaitley said in 2013, but if you want, I can quote him as well, because what they're thinking clearly does not match yours. So maybe, you need to correct your thinking, or you need to advise them on correcting theirs. Mr. Gujral, you accept?
Basically, Arnab.
No, you accept that.
No, I don't have to accept anything. I'm very clear on one thing, that the disparities of income in this country are huge, and the very poor need succor from the government, and it is the duty of an elected government to help the very poor and the downtrodden, and I'm not going to be apologetic about that at all.
Well, I just quoted Narendra Modi to you. Our next caller is Satish from Baroda. After that, I will open up the next question, which is going to be on water. Satish is a public servant. He's from Baroda. Go ahead, Satish. Who's your question to?
A very happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, Satish.
Thank you. And I'm very surprised with the stand taken by Mr. Sanjay Jha. The reason is,
okay,
if his leaders in Mumbai are asking for a cut in power tariffs, have they any idea what is happening in my native state of Andhra Pradesh? How many times power has been increased in the past 2-3 years? Thousands of crores have been burdened on the people. There is no increase in the capacity. Just increase only in the prices. When they can do it, they want to do it in Mumbai, and he is telling that it can be done. Well, why it can be done in other states where Congress is ruled? Why they are very selective? That means they are scared. Unlike the BJP, I feel BJP doesn't look scared. But these people really look scared. I don't know why. You have to answer it.
Yeah, go ahead. Satish, you're getting an answer from Mr. Jha. Go ahead, Mr.
Arnab, let me answer it let me answer it very quickly. Number one, the issue of power is different from state to state. It depends upon consumption, industrial, consumer. It also depends upon which are the companies there, what are their cost structures.
Yes.
And as we all know today, power is an issue that is something that the country needs to battle going forward.
Yes.
It's and there are many sources of power.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into a complex technical
don't have to. I'll simplify
but let me answer one part.
I'll simplify
you mentioned the BJP. Since he mentioned the BJP, I want him to tell him one thing, that let me tell you that the success of a government is dependent upon how it is able to grow the economy as well as take care of those who are on the socially underprivileged side. And the fact that we have lifted 140 million people out of poverty.
Please, don't give me a report card. Don't give me the UPA 2 report card. The UPA 2 report card. This is not about the UPA 2 report card.
The larger implication of the growth and equity model.
The UPA 2 report card will be read out by the Prime Minister, I am told, in what some people have described as a farewell press conference on Friday. We'll wait for that. Now the question here is, on point number one, therefore, Sanjay Jha, in response, first of all, let me say I completely agree with you. What you're saying is, there is no one-size-fits-all example, which is brilliant. Therefore, Sanjay Jha, since I like to keep tapes, and I'll play this tape later, maybe on another occasion, I want you to say tonight that with a shortfall of 150 megawatts of electricity in Mumbai, right, and a shortfall of 3,000 megawatts of electricity across the state, right, this electricity, which should be therefore made affordable for the farmer out there and not necessarily for the Mumbai consumer, that your government cannot afford a reduction in tariff when power generation is the need of the hour, and therefore I want you to say that going by your logic, it will be criminal for your government to succumb to copycat economics which Sanjay Nirupam is talking about, and talking of a similar cut in Mumbai. By your logic, you cannot have a cut in Mumbai. By your logic, copycat economics will be very dangerous economics. So say this, Sanjay Jha, that by your logic, this cut should never happen in Mumbai. Come on, say it. Say it.
Absolutely.
No,
or contest my figures, or challenge my figures.
Copycat economics in India, everyone has
challenge my
copied the
figures.
Congress party, whether it's the BJP in states or the AA party today. Everyone has copied the Congress party. Number one.
Or challenge.
Point number two. As I think, if you ask the chief minister. 1 minute, this is the chief minister and the part minister of the state will have to take a look into it. But end of day, these are not matters which are secret. The performance of most of these companies are public limited companies. And their data on what they produce, what is their capacity, what is their operating profit, what are their actual cost, gross as well as net, what is the ultimate bottom line impact is known to people. So, and let me tell you.
Then why is Sanjay Nirupam asking for a cut, sir? Why is Sanjay Nirupam asking for a cut? No. 1 second. I don't like this kind of economics.
That is Mr. Sanjay Nirupam's prerogative to ask.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It is prerogative to ask.
Why is Prithviraj Chauhan?
The chief minister will respond to that.
Why is the chief minister? Chief minister says I am working on it. I can tell you today Mumbai's demand for power is 2,600 megawatt. The power companies which are Tata Power and Reliance Energy are providing 2,300 megawatt. Right? And arguing in person, a PI litigant against power theft in Mumbai, MSEB files a petition before the government claiming it cannot meet the shortfall in Mumbai. The state is facing a 3,000 megawatt deficit. You say I don't do copycat economics. So I want you to then say that, you know what, Arnab, Sanjay Nirupam and Prithviraj Chauhan will be cheating the people and the farmers of Mumbai by succumbing to this competitive copycat economics with the Aam Aadmi party. But do you have the courage to say that? Do you have the courage, Sanjay Jha, to follow your own argument with your own conviction tonight? No. Do you have the courage to say that? Bejon Misra, am I correct?
Much I can tell
Bejon Misra, is that the key point or not? Bejon Misra.
I have the courage to tell you this.
Bejon Misra.
I have the courage to tell you this, that what has happened by the AAP party in Delhi.
You see, you'll be challenged.
Bejon Misra. Statutory audit to happen.
Bejon Misra.
And to announce the tariff cut is really
Bejon Misra.
Mr. Jha, listen me out. You see the point, Arnab, which we all have to understand, that the state regulators, they get in depth while they are fixing tariff. They look at all the issues very closely and they fix the tariff. Then it becomes the prerogative of the state government to understand to what extent they can subsidize for the poor, the real poor. Even the big farmers, the rich farmers come under that category, unfortunately, in our country. And what is that amount which the government wants to provide to the DISCOMs in terms of purchasing that power from the various power generators? That becomes a kind of a prerogative of the state government. Now, you see, again coming back to Delhi, what I want to tell you all in Delhi is that we are getting 24/7 energy now for the last 5 years. How is that possible? And that was made possible only because the theft was reduced from 60% to 15%. We rationalized the tariff structure. The regulator, the Delhi State Electricity Commission went in depth, and you see now the Aam Aadmi party has to understand that to what extent they will subsidize. And
the Aam Aadmi party, the Aam Aadmi party, just like Sanjay Jha does not want me to reveal the real facts tonight. If I reveal the facts tonight, I will say that despite the shortfall, a 2,500 crore subsidy is being provided in the name of industrial promotion by the Maharashtra government. Tell the people of Maharashtra this today. Tell the people of Maharashtra we provide a 2,500 crore subsidy. Tell the people of Maharashtra 939 crores is given in the name of electricity subsidy for power looms. Tell the people of this country the truth. Tell the people of Maharashtra the truth. Come on, Sanjay Jha. Don't do this superficial economics.
It must come out.
Come out with the facts tonight.
Arnab,
No, one second.
Arnab,
These are the
Arnab,
hardcore
listen,
facts.
Just like Delhi, Maharashtra, all of them have their electricity regulatory commission.
You see,
and end of day, as I think Mr. Misra correctly pointed out, that it's a government call. The tariff, what should be the price, is recommended by the DERC in Delhi. And, if for example the government decides to deviate, the government is taking a subsidy burden on its own finances, on its own exchequer.
I have a
point I'm trying to tell you is, it only hampers your own capital investment. It only hampers the government from other developmental activities.
You see,
there's a cost benefit to every
all I'm saying,
investment
all I'm saying
it's for
tonight,
the state government to take a call.
Sanjay, I'm not an economist, but I'll tell you this: whoever has written the textbook of copycat economics, is doing a wrong thing. Whoever's trying to build this model is doing a dishonest thing. You need to really be honest with the people, and I don't think this is really, the kind of model that is going to be good for the country.
I want to come in with a...
No, one second. I have a caller. Gayatri is calling from Mysore. Gayatri, good evening. Gayatri, good evening. Gayatri is calling in from Mysore. Good evening.
Good evening. A very good evening to you. I'm an ardent observer and viewer of your Times Now channel, and I admire you hugely.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. What's your question to Gayatri?
Yeah, my question is to the panelists from BJP and the Congress.
BJP, Subramanian Swamy then takes that, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Subramanian Swamy and Mr. Sanjay Jha. Both of them seem to be getting very jittery about the AAP's huge popularity and success.
Okay.
I wonder why they have to counter every move of the AAP, which is such a nascent political party. It's only 4 or 5 days old, instead of graciously accepting and congratulating them. Another thing is, I think good governance is what is required and not empty rhetorics from the Congress and the BJP. Can you please ask these questions to them?
Please. I think Subramanian Swamy will answer that. From Gayatri, who's calling in from Mysore, Dr. Swamy. And stay on the line, Gayatri. Yeah.
Well, see, we in the BJP are long-distance runners, while this Aam party is a shoot-and-scoot party. It will disappear tomorrow. The moment the Congress pulls out support, that's the end of them.
What do you mean shoot-and-scoot?
Now, we therefore don't want this whole economic setup to be screwed up by all this chaotic thinking where they don't even implement what they say. As I told you on water, they say only for those with meter. Those with meters can afford to pay for water. Similarly, they say power, 400 or less. And if you consume more than 400, then you have to pay for the whole thing. Now there are so many houses with 1 meter, and there are juggies with no meter. So what is all this chaotic thing? They should apply their brains, think over the whole thing and prepare a plan, see the electricity pricing, not transfer money to Ambanis and Tatas to give a subsidy so that they can reduce the prices. This is all fraud. It is 420.
Okay, 7 minutes on the debate. Gayatri from Mysore. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for calling. The answer to that. 1 second. Sanjay Jha, the shoot and scoot party will respond to that. These are not my words.
I just want to add
Dr. Subramanian Swamy's.
Ma'am, let me tell you, we are supporting the AAP party.
Yes.
So let me tell you, we are giving them an opportunity. But if they decide to shoot themselves in their own feet, we can't help that. But at least for a change, thanks to your question, Mr. Swamy and I are on the same side.
Well, that's what I find it's a fascinating political phenomenon that nowadays increasingly the BJP and the Congress are on the same side. It's an interesting phenomenon. I don't know how this is going to pan out. Yes, to the shoot and scoot party, to the shoot and scoot party, so named by Subramanian Swamy, not by me, neither do I believe in that epithet. My next question is this. By the way, you're being very good humored today, Mayank Gandhi. Thank you. Water.
I can't help it. These guys are completely going berserk because of the Aam Aadmi party's popularity. I see there in their behavior and their talks, it is very amusing.
Wow. Delusion.
Well, everybody's, this is a freeze frame moment. This is a Kodak moment here. I have 3 people smiling on the news. I don't know when this happened the last time. Fantastic. Kodak moment. Okay. Water. The charge is this on water. You keep saying water is the big concern. But did you, why have you done this, Mayank? Why? There are channels which will be all starry-eyed and, look at you and say, thank you. How did you achieve this miracle? And can you tell us whether you will now do this everywhere else in the country? But, I think that there's a huge catch. You have not even specified, which households. You have said, households with a metered water connection in Delhi will get 20 kiloliters of water a month free of charge from 1st January. The big catch is that only households with a metered connection. Are you saying that all the poor people of Delhi have a metered connection? Or are you saying that the poor people of Delhi, who you said you are the Aam Aadmi and you represent, are you saying these poor people of Delhi are undeserving of this, supply of water?
I think it is a pretty obvious answer. We are saying all the people who are using a certain amount of water will get free.
No, I'm asking of people who don't have a connection.
There are no... Wait. I want to answer that. So, Arvind has clearly said that we will be putting up pipelines for the people who don't have water and pipelines, and that will be done.
By when?
Meanwhile, we would like the people who have pipelines and who...
No, but one second. You said water is the biggest concern. You are committed to ensuring that all households in Delhi get water,
correct,
irrespective of whether they are in slums or in unauthorized colonies. And you said that all households will get 700 liters of water per day, will be given free water. Now, after the elections, you say people who have a meter. All the poor people in the slums have meters? How many people have meters? How many people? Do all the poor people have meters? And what if those who don't have meters? For them, your manifesto does not matter. They can...
Yeah. So,
it doesn't matter.
So can I respond to that, please?
Yeah,
you asked me a question and you should. So I am saying that right now there are no meters and there are no pipelines in some of the areas where we have started putting on priority. Wherever there is, we have started applying, giving water. So I think it's so obvious.
I'm sorry.
We cannot
I'm sorry.
expect you to...
No. You said that Aam Aadmi is in Delhi. You did not say. Show me in your manifesto, show me right now the place where you said people who have meters will get the water. This meter thing is your invention after the result.
Suppose you don't have a pipeline and a meter.
So then?
No, if there is no pipeline. So we are saying that we are going to put pipelines and meters. Our 5-year period is not yet over. Arnab, this is not a 5-year manifesto.
No, but then why are you...
It is not over 5 years. We
I don't know.
5 days.
Couple of callers.
Let us give an interim relief. We must give an interim relief to people who already have meters.
Well,
I'll install where there are not.
Sure. But something... But how effective and how many people will your own promise reach to? That's all I'm asking. Vishwanath is calling in, and he's calling in from Bangalore. Yes, Vishwanath.
No, I would say that it should not be copycat economics. It can be emulating thinking. Because the governance, good governance also includes not only governing, but also giving benefits to the electorate in the wake of the present price rise. More particularly in case of gas and petroleum products.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good point. Vinay from Delhi. Vinay, good evening.
Correct.
Vinay, reduce the volume of your television set, otherwise I won't be able to hear you.
Sure. Wait a minute. I would like to tell one thing to Mr. Sanjay Jha, who is from Mumbai, and also Mr. Swamy, who told that Aam Aadmi Party is a fraud. Now let me tell you one thing. If Aam Aadmi Party is a fraud, what about Mr. Swamy's party, who from Karnataka MLAs were ready to just move on taxpayers' money to Australia, Brazil, South America? What was that?
Okay, you heard that, Dr. Swamy?
Okay, and also for Mr. Sanjay Jha.
Yes, I heard it.
From Mumbai.
One second, let him answer you first. Let Swamy hear you answer you first. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
In fact, if you go back and read the newspapers, they cancelled that trip after the criticism came.
No, after the expose came, Dr. Swamy, give us some credit. They were exposed on Times Now.
Sure. Definitely. That's what you are there for.
Thank you.
We expect you not to be a PR, but a critic.
I am absolutely certain that that epithet you used was not in response to your anger at the exposure we did in Karnataka. Vinay has a question now for Sanjay Jha. We're running short of time on this debate, but if there's one lesson I'm drawing from this, even for Mayank Gandhi. Mayank, you see, the detailed questions will be asked. There has to be governance that goes beyond press conferences. And it can't only be governance for the cameras. That's all. 1 second.
But Arnab, we are just an effective, efficient government. What is the problem?
Okay. I'm sorry, sir. I can't allow the last question, which he wanted to ask there to Sanjay Jha. I'm completely out of time. You know, copycat economics needs a bigger, longer debate. I thank you all very, very much for joining me on this very interesting chat tonight. The question goes out to all our viewers that, do you think, and that's my last question tonight, do you think political parties should look at what the Aam Aadmi Party is doing as the model to emulate?